What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Monday and welcome to Draft Week. It is Draft Week. The draft is at the end of this week. We know you're excited. Stay tuned. Thursday night, the first round of the draft happens, obviously. Friday, the second round, and second and third, I believe. And then 4 through 7 goes on Saturday. So there will be plenty of shows, plenty of stuff to watch and get into on this draft. But in typical Aaron Rodgers fashion, because this is the second time that he's stolen the attention of the draft the week of, if not the day of the draft. We got big news. But before that, you see what's on the bottom. My guy is here. Yes, the Green Bay Packers fan insider, Dylan Walsh. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm happy this is all over with finally. It's been like 3 years. It's been so long. And
yeah.
It's been 40 days for the Pac McAfee show.
Right. How many days has it been since he's been out of the deprivation chamber?
That's been like a month now.
Yeah. Is he back?
No, actually, it's been over a month, like 45 days.
He's got his wits. Is he okay now? Is he clear-headed?
I assume so. I mean, now not our problem anymore.
Absolutely. As you alluded to, Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. No longer will he be wearing the green and the yellow. First and foremost, your entire life, if I'm not mistaken, he's been your quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How does that make? I mean, the end of an era. How you feeling, man?
I mean, it's definitely going to be weird next year, not seeing Aaron Rodgers like in a Packers uniform and starting, because I mean, I was born in 2007. He was drafted in 2005, so he's been there entire time I've been alive.
Oh yeah, got you a ring, got you a championship, but also had a lot of disappointment come championship weekend. 1-4, as our friend Nicholas Rosario likes to remind us.
With that one win, of course, being against the Bears.
Yeah, very true. Thank you. But he is no longer here. And like you said earlier, I mean, this thing dragged out for I don't know how long. Oh, look at this. But do we really care? Do we? I thought we didn't, but we all seem to be paying attention to this stuff. Like I said, it dragged out for some time. He was a diva. And he actually is acting like a former New York Jet quarterback that came from the Green Bay Packers. Is Aaron Rodgers the new Brett Favre? Is that what this is?
I mean, so he's played he started the same amount of years exactly, like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. They both got traded to the Jets at 39 years old. So I mean, it's like very parallel with both of them are like predecessors being drafted exactly like 3 years before or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, all Aaron Rodgers has to do is start scamming people on welfare in Mississippi, and then
got him. Yes, and then he could be exact. Well, he also has to. Didn't Brett Favre have some crazy allegations and stuff that went on in New York?
He had some pictures leaked. I think I remember.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some turmoil if we're seeing the same pattern of Brett Favre. There's gonna be some turmoil following Aaron Rodgers in New York. It's going to be quite interesting. Look, he dated more models than he's won Lombardis. Just a thought. Wow. And yet we're all still talking about him. I mean, it is what it is. Look, one more thing about Aaron, because he is a Packer, this is the only one you've known, but you know Packer history. Is he the best Green Bay quarterback? You got Bart Starr, you got Brett Favre, Lynn Dickey, some of these guys. What do you think?
I would say so. Yeah, it's between him, Favre, and Starr, and I think Brett Favre won 2 titles for the Packers? Or
one.
No, one.
One.
So,
yeah,
he
lost to Green Bay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then so he has one. Rodgers has one. Starr had 2, but Rodgers has like better stats wise.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it has to be Rodgers now. Rodgers has Favre beaten most things. He has Starr beaten most things. So I think Rodgers is probably the best Packers quarterback of all time.
What does he have? 4 NFL MVPs?
Yep, 4.
Yeah.
Back he went I think did he go back to back twice? Or no. He went 11, 13, no. 11, 15,
Yeah.
2020, 2021.
Yep. Yep. Hey, we know how great he is. Which leads us to the next question. What was he going to get? What were the Jets going to have to give up to get him? You mentioned about the when you and I talked about you didn't know if the Green Bay was going to get a first round. You didn't know what it was. Let's talk about that compensation really quickly. And I'm going to bring it up, and I just want you to look at it and tell me if you're surprised by this. Let me find it real quick. There it is. All right. So the Jets will receive Aaron Rodgers, the 15th overall and the 170 overall pick. And the Packers get the 13th, the 42nd, the 207th, and a 2024 conditional second round pick that, if I'm not mistaken, could turn into a first rounder if he plays what, 60%
Yeah.
of the plays, something like that?
It's 65% of the snaps. It turns into a first. So
Okay.
that's most likely going to happen unless one, he retires midseason because he gets bored, or two, he
Mhm.
gets injured. So if
Both of which could happen.
yeah, so if none of those happen, then it's a first round pick, most likely mid to late first round pick,
Yeah.
depending where the Jets. So that's not bad. Plus, we move up 2 spots this year, and we got a
Yeah.
second as well. So I think we, all in all, for a 40-year-old quarterback who has max 2 years, probably only 1 year left in the league, I think that's better than what I thought we were going to get, and probably the best case scenario.
Oh
Because
yeah.
now with an extra second round pick, we can use our 13 on a wide receiver,
Yeah.
which is the big room. Like we might actually use a pick on an offensive player.
Could
Besides
it
Jordan
actually
Love,
happen?
yeah, besides
Right.
Jordan Love, it hasn't happened since Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness. Come on now. Would they finally get a receiver after Aaron Rodgers leaves?
I
Would
mean,
that
that's
happen?
that's what it's looking at. And then I really want in the second round. I really want Darnell Washington, six foot
Oh
seven,
yeah.
like a
Oh yeah.
young quarterback's dream. Can just throw it up there. He'll come down with it. Good run blocker as well.
Oh
For
yeah,
if we need to
absolutely.
run, so we're gonna have to run the ball more because obviously, I mean, Jordan Love is gonna be good. He's not gonna be Aaron Rodgers, and we do have AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones. So I think we have to go more to the run now. And then since Darnell
Yeah.
Washington can block, the offensive line isn't bad. And then also we still have our own second round pick, which we can use on edge or offensive line or safety without Adrian Amos anymore.
Hmm.
So give us a
Yeah.
lot of options.
So in your mind, you guys you just take all this and build up in the draft.
Yeah.
Build around Jordan Love, obviously. But you mentioned AJ Dillon. You still have Aaron Jones. You still got your backs in the backfield. Now I think you guys can start running the ball more often. That was one thing that I thought there was a problem last year. I think when you played us, 2 years ago, you ran the ball 12 times, or what, last year you ran the ball 12 times.
Yeah.
That was it,
I was at that game, and I remember
right? Yeah.
saying, "Run the ball."
And they're not doing it. So now you have to. But does the offense change drastically with Jordan Love? I know when he
Um,
was in there, it didn't change that much.
wouldn't say drastically. I think we're still gonna have like our normal scheme, the play action scheme where we use a lot. I just think we'll run the balls more and not actually throw the ball on 4th and 1 every single time, which
Yeah.
is what we were doing, and it kept being incomplete. And we kept running the same play where you have the flat and the slant, and then you throw it
Yep.
to one quickly, and it never worked. And they
Yeah.
kept going back to it like it was going to work, and
Yeah.
then
Calm down. Calm down. Are you okay? A little
I
frustrated.
mean, AJ Dillon, I can't name one time I remember where he didn't get 1 yard.
Right.
So I don't know why we just weren't handing it to him. We can also use both running backs at the same time, fake it to one, give it to the other. Both of them were
Mm,
good short yardage. So
right.
without Aaron Rodgers, like, because didn't he have like an inside, like he was allowed to change the play call? I'm assuming
Hmm.
Jordan Love isn't going to have like that much leeway.
Right.
So probably going to run the
It,
ball more. Probably going to take the short stuff more and not go for home runs as much.
mhm.
So I think it's definitely going to be better than last season. I feel like just even because Aaron Rodgers didn't have a great season last year. Threw
Right.
double-digit interceptions. Uh, no run, no running offense. I mean, So I think with Jordan Love, and we can actually use our talent that we have. I mean, like, because we have a bunch of players who are great in open space: Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Jones, AJ Dillon, Christian Watson. So I think now that we can get rid of Rodgers and him just flinging it deep or trying to fling it deep and then nothing's open, that
Mm-hmm.
now that we can use our playmakers, get another one like JSN, Jackson Jigba in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Yeah.
slot guy. Perfect. Again, another perfect target for Jordan Love in the first
Yeah.
year as starter. So I think if we can he's surrounded enough by talent that I think that he won't be like it won't change too much. And I also think it. I mean, now our defense has to step up. Our defense
Right.
had a bad year last year, but this was mostly the scheme's fault. We love to play 10 yards off on 3rd and 5.
Yep. Give him that quick little slant,
Yeah, so
wide open.
they would take a while on off on like our defense would be on the field for a while. They wouldn't
Yeah.
force many turnovers, and they would always like they eventually points would get scored every time. So I
Yeah.
think if the scheme can get changed and we can use our talent on both sides of the field, that we should probably actually come off better, like better than we were with Rodgers in this trade.
Yeah, look, and it's going to be interesting. And so you alluded to the draft because now you have the pieces, now you have the money to make this. Do you focus on offense this year to get pieces like the O line and maybe? I mean, you said you got pieces in space, or do you go back to the defense like you did at certain parts last year in the draft?
Well, so the Packers, let's see, we have Quay Walker. We're gonna get Chris
Mm-hmm.
Barnes back. We have Devondre Campbell. So inside linebacker is set. We have Kenny Clark. We could use another D tackle, but TJ Slayton out of Florida, like he was out 2 years ago. He looked good last year, so I
Yeah.
think he's good. He'll be good on rundowns. We need someone because Preston Smith's getting up there in age, so we do need to get an edge rusher. I feel like in this
Yep.
draft, but that can be later. But we get Rayshon Gary back after the torn ACL. We have our corner set: Rasul Douglas, Eric Stokes, and Jair Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
And then Darnell Savage, we still have at safety, so we can replace. Like, he's not the best, but I think we can deal with him for another year. But we do need to get a strong safety because Adrian
Yeah.
Amos is now gone.
Yeah.
Unless we re-sign Adrian Amos, because now we have an extra 60 mil in cap space with the Rodgers
Yeah.
trade. So now that we have
Play with
that,
that.
yeah, we can probably, if we want to, we can probably re-sign Adrian Amos. Probably if we need to sign veterans at wide receiver or veterans on the offensive line. So then now with all of this, I think we should be able to. But then we have to get tight end and wide receiver, which is like
Yeah.
too big hole. Tight end is a massive hole. Tight end, we have exactly one tight end on the roster, Josiah
Mm-hmm.
DeGuara, who I mean, he was 3rd round pick 2 years ago. 2000, it was in the Jordan Love draft. That was 2023 years ago. Missed all of his rookie season and then hasn't done anything these past 2 years. So I think he definitely needs to be upgraded. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm like, we got 2 second-round picks. Tight end in the second round is probably the perfect spot to get one.
Yeah.
Get Darnell Washington, get a Dalton Kincaid, get whoever is like
Michael
best.
Mayer.
Yeah, I think he might go first round though. He might not be
That's what I
ready.
was thinking. Well, do you have what? Don't you have the 15th
We have the 13th
overall?
now.
The 13th overall. So
Yeah.
do you go? What do you? Would you try to go line right there?
We go wide receiver. We go JSN, Jackson
You
Smith.
go JSN. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes
Him
sense.
or
And
Quentin
then
Johnson. But
so, but
Quentin
look,
Johnson and Christian Watson are very similar. So I think we go
very
JSN.
true. You got size. You got big playability. Now, what about your line? You Bakhtiari, is he? We all know you
I
talked
think he's
about his.
healthy now.
Is he back though?
I
Is he
mean,
finally back?
his knee is like 30% liquid or something like that, or
Oh,
something like really weird like that. So he was like
yeah.
getting used to it last year, but I think he's okay now. He like has had like a full season go on it, so I think he's back. We
Okay.
re-signed Elkin Jenkins.
Okay.
We have Josh Myers, who hasn't looked bad, and we had Zach Tom, who was huge last year, like probably our best. Let's see, let me think about draft picks last year. Besides Quay, like he was
Yeah,
our best
Quay.
late round draft pick. He was our
Right.
best late round draft pick. We got him in the 5th round. He played left guard for us most last year when Elton Jenkins was at right tackle or right guard or wherever we moved him. So I think him at right guard is fine, but we just need to get a right tackle.
Yeah.
Which again, we could go the two Ohio State guys, Broderick Jones and Paris Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have options. I think we'll probably go at least some Ohio State player, to be honest.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Broderick Johnson, Paris Johnson Jr., Broderick Jones, Paris Johnson Jr.
Yeah.
So
Bakhtiari 21 plus mil against the cap.
That's not bad for a left tackle, if I remember. Like Laramie Tunsil is, I would say, most people would say that he's worse than Bakhtiari, and Texas are paying him $40 million a year. So
yeah.
I think I'll take 21 mil. Plus no other big cap hits. I mean, Love's on his rookie deal, Watson on a rookie deal, Dubs on his rookie deal. Aaron Jones took a pay cut. AJ Dillon's on his rookie deal. So these have only 2 players on offense we've paid, which is going to be bad in a couple of years when we have to pay everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But for right now, it's not bad. So and we
bad.
have on defense paid Jair, paid Rayshon Gary, and paid Kenny Clark. So we only have 5 big contracts on our team right now. Okay. So I don't think it's terrible to have 21 mil against the cap for a left tackle, especially because Bakhtiari was first team All Pro like only 2 years ago.
Yeah, when he plays a full season.
Yeah, but he should be back. Hopefully, he's only 31, so he's not like he's super old.
It'd be better to have him than not to, because all teams are looking for that left tackle, that premier left tackle. So, yeah, we shall see. But listen, so you said you said you got weapons. You said you got the pieces back. There ain't that much money that you're gonna have to spend. And actually, since Aaron Rodgers is gone, you are getting some money. But there's a major difference, a difference that you seem to be very optimistic about. The Jordan Love era has begun in Green Bay. But I asked this question, and most of America joins me and says, is he ready? You seem to think he is.
I mean, it's been 3 years. He's got to be ready now. He looks, I mean, in the Eagles game, he went like 6 of 8 for 135 yards and a touchdown. Okay. That was his only playing time, I think, this year. That. So, I mean, that looked really good. So, he currently had I remember he finished with the highest pass rating in the NFL last season because of those.
Oh my goodness.
So, I mean.
How many attempts was that?
Okay, so he went 6 of 9 for 113 and a touchdown.
Okay.
He played against the Vikings twice, went 4 of 5 for 65, and 2 of 3 for 9. Played against the Jets, went 2 of 4 for 8. So I mean, finished he had 195 yards and touchdown last season, 14-21. Finished with a nice 112 passer rating. So I mean, he definitely did not look bad last year, and he also looked good. I remember he looked good in preseason.
Small sample size. And don't tell me about preseason when the backups are playing. I need to know if he can do it for a full 17, Dylan. I'm putting you on the spot.
Yes, he can. And he's going to – I mean, he was the first – it's not like people are acting like he wasn't a first-round talent. People thought he was going to go first round the entire time he was going to the draft. And it was and he fell down a bit. People thought he was going to go, I don't know, late mid-teens. So, I mean, we got him at 26. Had to give 2 4th rounds for him, trade up. So I think, I mean, he's fell down, and he's got 3 years. He learned behind a 4-time MVP, who also won Super Bowl. It's probably the top 5 quarterback of all time.
Okay.
So he's got the mentorship. He's got weapons.
Yeah.
And he looked good last year, and again, regular season against the best defense in the league last year, if I remember, the Philadelphia Eagles. So did
Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke beat him. So what? I mean,
but then
come on, buddy.
Wait, let's look at Taylor Heineke. I remember them just running the ball the entire game.
No, Taylor did enough. All right, he was leading the team. Scott, Rams only have 5 players on their roster.
Yeah, had 58% completion percentage, and 66 pass rating against the Eagles.
Oh, hey, he led the team. That's all that matters. Good old Jordan. So all right, so he's been in the waiting. Okay, we all know everybody's been waiting for him to get this opportunity against an NFC North that's on the rise. We know about Detroit. Chicago's got all the picks in the world. You know
But
what I mean?
Minnesota is slowly like declining. Adam Thielen's gone.
Very
Dalvin
true.
Cook's definitely like gone. Eric Kendricks is gone. Daniil Hunter is whatever. I don't even know if Daniil Hunter is he still in the league.
Uh, I don't
I
think
think he's
so.
still in the
Oh, he
league.
might. He might be. Yeah, yeah. I think he's
I
just a
remember.
free agent.
I think he's still in the Vikings, but he's like he's 28, but he had like a lot of injuries. He's not who he used to be.
Yeah.
So and Zadarius Smith is gone as well. So I mean, the Vikings are definitely it just flips. The Bears and the Lions are now looking like the top two teams, and the Vikings and the Packers are now looking like the bottom two teams. But I mean, the Bears are still super young.
Mm-hmm.
They still have like Justin Fields, and I mean they got DJ Moore now. They have who's their running back?
In Chicago,
Isn't it? It's someone like
they cut. Yeah, they traded out Montgomery.
Yeah, he's on the Lions.
They have Khalil Herbert.
Do they have Khalil Herbert? I thought he went. I thought he left as well.
Did he? Check that out. Because I'm pretty sure they have him, and then they picked somebody else up.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I can't remember who they picked. They picked up Dante Foreman, and they have Khalil Herbert.
Yeah,
but that's not great. But the receivers aren't bad.
And Justin Fields. You know, Justin Fields runs the ball.
Yeah. Their offensive line is still terrible, and their defense is still really not that good. So I think they're still a bit away. I think the Lions are like the unanimous favorite, I would say, right now to win the division. All they did was get better. They're a young team and nearly made the. Did they make the playoffs? No, they didn't make the playoffs last year.
No,
they nearly did.
Yeah.
Beat the Packers, knocked the Packers out of the playoffs last year. And Amon-Ra, Jared Goff looked good last year. DeAndre Swift is hit or miss, but
now they don't have Jameson for the first 6 weeks because of that betting thing.
Yep, he decided to gamble.
Did we not learn anything from Calvin Ridley? Come on, guys.
I mean, a lot of players got suspended. Washington player got suspended.
Shaka Tony, yeah.
4 Lions players, I think.
Yeah. 2 guys got suspended indefinitely.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Craziness. Absolute craziness, man.
Yeah, I don't know why they decide to.
It doesn't make sense.
But yes, that's what they do, I guess.
Yeah, well.
Gotta make money some way.
Right. Yeah, it's not like you have a job.
Yeah, it's not like you get paid millions already. You gotta just up it.
The Packers stole the Jets blind on that mess. Aaron was not worth that. All that. Hey, we shall see. We're gonna see what kind of Aaron comes because it's not just the play on the field; it's also the New York media. We saw how Brett Favre had to deal with that. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to deal with that, and I think that's going to play a major factor in how he plays. Because first time he starts messing up and chokes the game away, they're going to let him have it. They're not going to be polite. So we're going to see. But look, speaking of this, while I have you on here, got to ask this question. Are the New York Jets, with Aaron Rodgers on this team, instant Super Bowl contenders?
Well, their roster looks really good now.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they got the pieces.
They got Rodgers now, obviously. Zach Wilson backing him up if he stays there. They have Tim Boyle. I didn't even realize that. But
TB12, baby.
Yeah, the greatest college quarterback of all time.
Let's go.
So, they got Breece Hall back. They have 145 different receivers.
Of course.
Wilson, Corey Davis, Alan Lazard, McCole Hardman, Denzel Mims.
Jeez.
So they got 5 receivers who are all like starting caliber, I would say. At least like wide receiver 3 caliber. They have 2 good tight ends, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzomah. Then the offensive line is not actually no wait, I'll take that back. The offensive line is not great.
Yeah, exactly.
Mekhi Becton lost a lot of weight, I saw, but can't stay healthy. Laken Tomlinson has not been good since he was on the 49ers. Connor McGovern, I remember he started for Dallas. If you start for Dallas, then that means that you have to hold a lot, and you're probably not that good because Dallas is never that good.
Yeah, I approve of that message.
Elijah Vera Tucker wasn't bad. And then they have the right tackle is Max Mitchell. Can't say I've heard of him. So he might be good. He might be good. I don't know. He's questionable though, so he has injury problems.
Yeah. What about the defense?
Defense, I know the defense is good. They got Quinn Williams. They have
Mm-hmm.
Quincy Williams. Obviously, Sauce Gardner. Traded for Chuck Clark. They had Jordan Whitehead, who killed. I remember he killed the Steelers last year. We were at the Steelers Jets game. He had
Yeah.
2 interceptions, I think. Their defense is not bad, but it's still not like a top tier defense. They're definitely relying on the offense. So
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Now, with that, and it's easy to look at that and be like, look, on paper, they look great. They look this and that. But they still got 3 formidable teams in that division.
yeah,
I mean, Buffalo, perennial playoff team. Miami, if they could keep healthy, if they could keep Tua healthy for a full 17, they are a playoff team. And anytime Bill Belichick is coaching a team, I have faith in them. So, I mean, do they even make it out of the AFC East?
I mean, I don't think that they definitely do not win the AFC East. The
Okay.
Bills are like a way better team than them. I think most people would agree. The Dolphins are probably going to split with them this year. Dolphins would probably take a win. Patriots always find a way to beat the Jets. So I don't know if I want to be a Lions fan. I think dealing with this is enough. Losing,
Yeah.
I can't deal with not winning a playoff game. And
Right, yeah, Lions are still cursed, guys.
Yeah, since not even like before I was born, at least 15 years before I was born was the last time.
Yeah,
I'll put it to you. I'm 16 right now, so that's 31 years ago.
I'll put it to you this way: the last time the Detroit Lions got to the championship, Washington was the best team in the league. So,
Washington hasn't won a playoff game since 2006.
Right. So. What do you make of Ron Carthon going public today, saying if they had taken any calls of Derrick Henry, there might have been discussions regarding Ryan Tannehill? Yeah, they need to move on from Tannehill. But do you think there's any talk in Henry going? I mean, obviously the Eagles were.
I think Derrick Henry's a draft day trade. I think day 2, 3rd round pick probably. He's gonna go. I mean, I heard the Eagles, but I heard that wasn't really a thing. That was just Akbar Gabachimiamila saying something that wasn't true.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of teams are just like the Eagles are running back away from having one of the best offenses, like probably the best offense in the league with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. So, but I don't. What teams really need Ryan Tannehill right now? You have the Falcons could use a quarterback. The Raiders. Who's the Raiders starting quarterback? Jimmy Garoppolo. They got
Jimmy G. Yeah, he has to stay healthy.
Texans could use a quarterback. They might draft one. The Colts starting quarterback right now is Gardner Minshew, and the Colts love their super old quarterbacks to trade for. Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan.
Carolina love with their coach Frank Reich. They love older quarterbacks. They can do that. But look, I kind of feel like Tannehill could. See, there ain't many teams that he can go on and really make an instant impact. But if you put him on a team that has a couple pieces with it, he might not be bad.
Who's the Tampa Bay quarterback
now? Baker.
Baker. Yep.
Yeah. How dare you bring Jimmy G's a different kind of ankle biter than we need. Good old Baker. So look, at this point, I mean, I don't know if we can say instant Super Bowl contenders. I do believe that we could say these guys are playoff worthy.
Yeah.
If he gives them what we expect he's going to give them, they can make it to the playoffs.
Also, the AFC is still loaded.
Exactly.
Chargers, Chiefs still have the Jaguars who look good. I mean, the AFC, but they'll just win the division. The AFC South is terrible. But the AFC North, all 4 teams are like playoff caliber. Steelers got better. The Browns are going to get better. They get a full year with Deshaun Watson. They have Nick Chubb as well. And without Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb will finally actually get every single carry. I think best running back in the league should probably do that anyway. And Bengals, obviously, really, really good.
Yeah.
And even the Ravens, if they keep Lamar Jackson, they got Odell Beckham. They have 196 different running backs that they use.
Exactly.
And their defense is always good. So
Right.
I think
Right.
Jets have their work cut out. There's not many teams that you can say in the AFC that are bad.
Mm-hmm. If you are a quarterback, why would you even want to go to the Raiders with the history Josh Daniels as a head coach with QBs? Aren't you putting yourself in a bad situation? Yeah, but
I don't think Josh McDaniels should have a job in the NFL, let alone a head coaching job.
him and Matt Patricia both need to stay with Belichick. That's the only places they've had success.
Anyone that comes from Belichick needs to stay with Belichick.
Basically. Up until recently, it was same way with Saban, but a couple guys started doing it. But yeah, Josh McDaniels it's not working for him. Didn't he get Tebow a playoff win though?
Yeah, I guess Steelers in overtime.
Yeah.
The Mary Thomas play.
Yeah.
But he got fired after 2 years. So
exactly.
He could probably get fired after 2 years this year because I don't see the Raiders being any good. So
we shall see. We shall see. Well, look, Dylan, my guy, I appreciate you hopping on here and talking about your Green Bay Packers, talking about this trade. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet, the new Broadway quarterback. I can't say Broadway Joe's, but Broadway Aaron, I guess you will. And the Jordan Love era has begun. Let's go. Super high. Guess Green Bay paid the cheese tax. Yep. Looks that way. The new era has begun for Jordan Love. And I one last question. How soon can we see you in a Jordan Love jersey?
I mean, my birthday's in a month, maybe.
Okay. What yeah, I'm about to say, what day is your birthday? We might have to
May 17th.
Okay, we might have to work that thing out.
I mean, I'll take a Jordan Love jersey. I have a ton of just random young. I have a Christian Watson jersey. I have an AJ Dillon jersey. I have a Darnell Savage jersey for some reason.
Yeah, why? What?
I don't know. He went to Maryland.
Okay,
So
I can take it.
Yeah, Maryland's my random college football team I root for now. Because I mean, both my parents didn't go to football schools, so it's kind of spun a wheel. Came out as Maryland, so now I root for Maryland.
Okay. Now we have college football shows all throughout here. Our guy Chris, he got a college football show. We got it. So we need some Maryland insight, my friend.
I got you.
Okay. I'm gonna call on you now.
All right.
Oh, for sure. Without a doubt. But look, guys, you already know who it is. It's my guy, Dylan Walsh, one and a half of the Walsh brothers, coming on here talking about his Green Bay Packers, talking about his former quarterback, who he's saying, bon voyage. Let's see what happens. Let's see. He's now a Jet, no longer a Packer. The new era has begun. We appreciate you hopping on. Stay tuned. It is draft week, ladies and gentlemen. So there's things going on every day this week. Tomorrow, let's talk college football and restoring the roar will be on. Wednesday, Washington Football Weekly and Terribly Toxic. And then Thursday, the NFL draft is upon us. Stay tuned. Terribly Toxic with the Swintons and Chris will be going on. NSD, North Sports Dynasty, with Alex and Andrew will be going on. Everything's going to be happening. Stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. I cannot wait. We will see you next time. For me, Sean Spencer, my guy, Dylan Walsh. Peace, people. Appreciate y'all watching. Yay.